Everyone keeps saying the same thing in 2026. C++ is dead. Just use Rust, or Python, or whatever JavaScript framework dropped this week. They say it like it's obvious, like C++ is some grandpa still yelling at clouds. But here's the truth they don't want you to hear. Every time you play a AAA game at 120 plus frames per second, every time a hedge fund makes millions in microseconds, every time an AI model actually runs fast enough to matter, C++ is sitting there in the background, doing the real work. So today, we're asking the dangerous question, is C++ actually dead, or is everyone else just stuck in framework jail? Look, I get it. Modern languages are comfy. You write Python and magic happens. Memory? Handled. Speed? Good enough for most things. You ship features in days instead of weeks. JavaScript lets you build entire companies with code that looks like it was written by a caffeinated raccoon. And Rust? Rust shows up with its borrow checker, like the strict hall monitor of programming languages. These languages won the popularity contest. They made developers feel productive. But here's where it gets ugly. The easy language trap. Most developers today are building on top of infrastructure. They're writing React components, or Spring Boot services, all sitting on top of systems written in C++. They're the interior decorators. C++ developers are the ones who built the damn building. One group is fighting framework churn every 2 years. The other group is optimizing cache lines and writing code that runs on Mars rovers and in your graphics card. Comfort feels good until you realize you're 3 abstraction layers away from reality. Performance isn't a luxury. It's the whole game. C++ is the engine under the hood of Unreal Engine. It's what powers Chrome, Firefox, and most databases that actually matter. It's in your car's safety systems, in drones, in supercomputers running AI training. Python is great for prototyping, but when you need the model to run in real time on the edge, guess what language the production version gets rewritten in? C++ doesn't just run fast. It gives you control. Raw, dangerous, beautiful control over memory and hardware. Memory management versus garbage collection isn't boring theory. It's the difference between 8 milliseconds and 800 milliseconds latency. Now let's talk about the part nobody says out loud. In 2026, if you're a strong C++ engineer who understands low-latency systems, you're printing money. High-frequency trading firms are paying $300,000 to $600,000 plus total compensation for engineers who can squeeze every last microsecond out of C++ code. Some top performers at places like Hudson River Trading are clearing way more. Cybersecurity roles that need deep systems knowledge? $200,000 to $450,000. These companies aren't hiring React developers to move buttons around. They want people who can write code that doesn't flinch when millions of dollars per second are on the line. And here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. C++ 26 just dropped, and it's not playing catch-up. We're talking real compile time reflection, built-in contracts, better memory safety without rewriting everything, and a proper async model. The language is evolving. It's becoming sharper, safer where it counts, while still keeping that raw power. The old C++ was dangerous. The new C++ is dangerous, with guardrails. So is C++ dead in 2026? Hell no. It's just not for everyone. If you want to move fast and ship TikTok clones, fine. Use the easy stuff. But if you want to build the infrastructure the entire world runs on, if you want top 1% money and god-tier engineering skills, C++ isn't just alive. It's quietly winning. The real question is, are you brave enough to learn the language that still runs reality?